time, and I'm so excited to bring to you this topic of respectful workplace. It's a little prelude to our friends in the Parkland region who will be sharing an amazing longer workshop coming up in November. And so, good morning, Sarah. Sunny Winkler, I know the sun is beaming in. I'm joining you today from my home, and I'm sitting in the dining room, and the window, it's almost like I'm not going to complain that it's too bright. I'm more like my kitten that was just, my kitten's kind of naughty, you guys. He was up on the table, but he's this little orange cat, and he got caught in the sunbeam and was falling asleep standing up. It was the funniest thing. He's like rocking to one side and then catch himself. You know how we do in those really long, boring meetings at work? He was doing the very same thing right here. Oh, so great. Hop into the chat. Let us know where you're joining from. Hopefully it's sunny where you are as well. I don't know about you guys, but that Sunday was such a treat, wasn't it? That warm weather, got outside and just really enjoyed it. And then yesterday, I don't even think I stepped outside my door because I was like, this is not 20 degrees. Oh, what happened to me? I used to be this strong northern woman who could take any temperature at any time, but here we are. Oh, cold and icy in Winnipegosis. Shirley, yes, I know. I have the wood stove on, trying to get things warmed up here too. Oh, that's so great. All right, let's hop into this, guys. As a preamble, we always like to let you know who we are, what our vision is, and all of this stuff. And in our HR toolkit, we have a series we're running right now. It's a really great 8-part series on those fundamentals of HR. And yesterday we were talking about coaching and mentoring, and really got into connecting our everyday work, that the boring stuff that we do and the not so great stuff and the exciting stuff, right? All of the things, and connecting it to the vision of the organization. If you have lost your mojo on why you do what you do, revisit your vision statement at your organization and really look at how your day-to-day operations really contribute to that vision. And same thing with our teams, with the people we're coaching. Let's help them to be reignited with that passion and that vision. So exciting. Thanks everybody for popping in and letting us know where you're joining from. I just love it. Our vision at WEM is that all Manitobans have access to the essential skills, knowledge, and training required to determine and pursue their goals related to learning, the workplace, and life. And again, this ripple effect that happens when we learn, right? We start with ourselves, and then we have that ability or opportunity to extend that out. And so that's part of my hope today as we look at this topic of respect in the workplace, that we take a good hard look at ourselves, at the people we coach and we train and we mentor, our departments, our organization, the community. And to be able to really have that ripple effect, it starts with us. Now, if you want more information about WEM itself, you can always visit our website as wem.mb.ca. That's the umbrella organization. And then, of course, we have our own Interlake website where we post our upcoming trainings, including the Respect in the Workplace on November 24th. Now, like I said, that's an extended one. We also want to give a big fat thank you to Employment and Social Development Canada and Manitoba Education and Training. And this project was jointly funded through Human Resource Skills Development Canada and Entrepreneurship Training and Trade. Now, we know that stuff isn't always free, right? So know that this project has been funded, and we're thankful for that. All right. Our mission is to help people to develop essential skills needed for work, learning, and life. And I just wanted to give us just a little snapshot of what we do at WEM for those of you that may be less familiar, and even if you are, to see where we can help you, where we can fill in those gaps for training and for upskilling that you may need. So we are all about the 9 essential skills, and I'll talk about those in just a moment. We want to support you in your continuous improvement for you, for your teams. So a couple of options. We have our West Center, West Workplace Essential Skills Training Center. I know in Selkirk it can get confusing because of East Selkirk. No, there isn't a West Selkirk. Although if there was, that is where we're located. We're right across from the library on Manitoba Avenue, in snuggled in tight with our friends at Red River College. And so you can find us there. This is a drop-in Tuesdays and Thursdays, or book an appointment right now because of what is happening in the world pandemic, and he who shall not be named. So you can book an appointment there. We do a lot of really cool stuff: assessments, upskilling, computer skills, writing, numeracy, all those essential skills. We can help you or your team members who may need that extra help. Even things like money math, being able to make change. We've kind of lost how to do that, some of us. And so those are also things that we do. We offer a computer program, the basics of computer. I've been lucky to be a part of this course a few times now. And what I find fascinating is, as a quote unquote computer savvy person, I always learn something new, right? Whether it's a keyboard trick or something in Excel, we go through, we talk about from how to right click and left click all the way up to working into Excel documents. So, oh no, Terry, you're still good, right? I'm just going on about our opportunities at the West Center. And so again, if that's for yourself or somebody it doesn't even have to be in your workplace. What if it's like, your cousin or someone like that that could use a little extra support, especially as a lot of us in the world are reimagining and revisioning what our workplaces look like. We may have a few of those gaps or know people with those gaps that could use the support. You guys have met Rochelle. You know how calming and knowledgeable she is. She will be there to help your people or to help you out. And then, of course, we have workplace training. Again, Rochelle and I are happy to come into your workplaces virtually, hopefully physically one day, and really provide you that customized training with your organization in mind. I love, love, love going into an organization. First off, knowing, having those conversations beforehand. Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to be? What are the gaps? And we can even do assessments on that, and then customize training for you and your team. And there's nothing better than having that oneness and that unity built through training. So exciting. So the 9 essential skills, here they are, friends: reading, writing, document use, right? I'm thinking a few things: incident reports, logbooks, online documents, offline, digital literacy, speaking of, right? Being able to use our computers, something as simple as keyboard shortcuts, like I said, or to be able to use and open an Excel document, or how do I insert pictures and things like that in my Word document. We get to the basics and beyond. Of course, numeracy, doing a lot of numeracy work. That seems to be a bit of a weakness. We've just, not based off of any real study, but from what we've seen, this seems to be a weakness for a lot of people. Or maybe you had, a bad experience in school and that wasn't necessarily a strength. And here you are as an adult trying to figure out, math in the world. Guess what? We're here to help. Oral communication, my personal fave, rolls really nicely with these other ones here of working with others, thinking skills, and of course, continuous learning. So bravo. Today, talking about respectful workplaces, we're hitting that oral communication, continuous learning, thinking skills, and working with others. And so keeping that in mind, these essential skills, I'm pretty much, you give me a topic and I'll tell you how it fits in with essential skills. All right, so today, our key takeaways. We're going to look at what respect means, what respect looks like in your workplace, what happens when you do not respect others, and of course, how do we get there? How do we build respect? I want you guys to fill up the chat with what comes to mind when you think of respect. What is respect? treating people properly, being open-minded, absolutely. Mhm. Acknowledging coworkers, thank you. I know it seems like such a simple thing, right? Basic civility seems to be out the window sometimes. So yeah, acknowledging coworkers, understanding communication, listening to what others have to say without trying to formulate our own response or have something to banter back right away. Yes, yeah, listening skills, trust, Terry, you know that's my heart. Active listening. Mhm. How else can we have respect if we're not listening to people, if we're not extending trust, if we're not having that communication and understanding and open-mindedness? It's really tricky to have respect. How do we show that respect then? Is it the same things? By listening to others, by being clear, you know, we've talked in the past, for some of you, maybe you've heard this, me go on and on about treating people how we want to be treated. I think it's a great start, but I think there's something more, right? We need to be able to treat people how they need to be treated. Jasmine Ray, yes, acknowledging what they're saying and using inclusive language, 100%. When we acknowledge what people are saying, it means that we have a level of social radar or social competency, that we're looking at not just those words, but what's the tone, what's the body language like when someone's communicating. I believe not only with the 9 essential skills, I feel like communication is like the biggest umbrella, and respect is even falling underneath that umbrella, because to me communication is listening, right? It's acknowledging, it's using our body language, it's using that inclusive language. And there's a lot of things that can go really sideways real quick when anybody senses a lack of respect. Many people feel that respect needs to be earned. I totally 100% disagree. I believe that we extend respect always. Always. Right? That's just a basic thing that we do as human beings, is to extend respect. How else am I supposed to get it in return? If I don't give it, how do I get it? Also, you can tell it's a hot button, right? Getting all fired up here. If the respect isn't extended to me, how do I know I've earned it? How do I know I've earned your respect? Is there, you going to hand me some sort of survey or checklist that tells me I've gotten there? I like to hope and think and believe that as we extend respect, we will receive it. Maybe it's my rainbow and unicorn lollipop land I live in, but I truly believe it. Now, the sad part. What happens when people don't respect each other? Thanks, Gail. Yeah, that's okay, chat. I didn't even notice, to be honest. Don't even worry about it. Spelling doesn't count in chat. So what happens when people don't respect each other? What have you guys seen in your lives when there's a lack of respect? Oh gosh, all the gross stuff, right, Terry? Distrust, backstabbing, gossip, tension, communication can stop. Yep, have a breakdown, drama. So nasty. A lot of people really feed off of that though, or they're addicted to the drama and the crisis, right? And so some folks will just keep stirring that. Those are the people we want to help from a distance. Yeah, definitely. We see a lack of passion in the workplace. We see apathy. We see absenteeism. We see presenteeism, where people are there in body but checked out in spirit, right? Lost relationships. A lot of really nasty and negative stuff. Often it leads us to conflict, right? And the bad kind of conflict. So dysfunctional communication, dysfunctional relationships, dysfunctional conflict. And really, to me, that also says lack of trust, which we know leads to poor productivity and higher costs. So that's not good either, right? Not only are we seeing this in the relationships, but it starts to, there's our ripple effect, starts to spill out to our departments, to our organization, to our reputation. So personally and as a group, when we don't have respect for one another. And I don't know about you guys. My friend, I have friends. They call me by my maiden name. A lot of people do. I don't hear Carrie a lot, guys. I usually hear Mealy. And my friend told me the other day that because I'm a deep feeler, because I also do massage therapy with them, I'm listed in their contacts as touchy feely mealy, which I'm totally great with because I am. Like, I have all the feels. When I walk into a place, I can tell that they've just had some of that negative drama, right? You can tell, most of us can, when we go into an organization and you get that vibe like, peeps aren't gelling here. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm less likely to engage with an organization again and again and again, unless it's for my job, right? And I want to help them and fix that. I'm less likely to give of myself when I don't feel comfortable in that situation, right? So it can be very damaging. Something simple can turn into something huge really quick. So here's today's facts on respect. Number one, respect is a key requirement for a healthy work environment. Do not wait for other people to demonstrate respect, because we will turn old, wrinkly, and dusty while waiting. Let's initiate that and watch these amazing things that happen when we put forward trust and respect first. I'll bring in the T word in just a second. I'm going to pause myself on that thought. Secondly, respect promotes teamwork, increases productivity and efficiencies in the workplace. Like I said, part of it is the trust, right? Our trust factor goes up. We're no longer micromanaging. We're no longer second guessing, gossiping, backstabbing people. We're letting them just do their work, right? Because they're talented, they're skilled, they're great at what they do. Number three, it lets employees know that they are, wait for it, valued for their abilities, qualities, and achievements, and that their role is important to their company's success. Now, I've got two trains of thoughts going on, so let's start with this, that their role is important for their company's success. Connecting again back to our vision, mission, and values in our organization. Like I said earlier, helping people to see how that day-to-day work contributes to a larger whole, right? So we thank them, we show that positive feedback because we want to see more of that good stuff. The second train is going back to this idea of trust and respect. Trust and respect are closely tied, but not the same thing. Like I said, I will give you that baseline of respect. It's more than just the benefit of the doubt, right? It's a level of respect. What changes is our rapport and our relationship of trust will change based on our engagement. So, for example, we're going throughout our day, I'm respecting you, you're respecting me, except I noticed Gail first off, she took my knife out of my purse and now she's out slashing my tires. What I will have is I will respect that maybe I don't understand what's going on with her. I didn't know she had this fascination with sharp things, whatever it is. What will change though is my level of trust with her, okay? I'm still going to respect her, but either that trust is being increased or it's being decreased depending on behavior. I like to think though that when we start with respect, we have a way better chance of increasing that trust. Now you're hearing this from a person who trusts first. I find ease in trusting first. Some folks will argue that point with me, and I also invite that because I respect you for that. Now, being respected and valued, we know promotes a positive work culture where employees are loyal, fulfilled, and motivated to perform at their best for their company. You've heard it once, you've heard it a million times. We cannot motivate people. However, we can respect and value people, which will increase that internal motivation. Talk a lot about this with emotional intelligence, the internal motivation, right? I can't do it for you, but I can set you up for success. Those who are not respectful to others are unprofessional and a threat to the health of their company, a threat to the health of the people physically, emotionally, reputationally. I just made that word up, but I believe it's a good one now. But we've seen it, right? We've seen it when we have a loss of respect in the workplace is really a symptom of a larger problem. What else is happening? Trust issues, right? Disengagement, all of the bad stuff. We only have control over ourselves, right? That is the truth. Respect is the fundamental right. This is our tattoo moment, guys. We're going to get this tattooed on our arms. Respect is the fundamental right of every employee in every workplace, period. Not if or the, no, period. If people feel as if they are treated with respect, they usually respond with respect for their coworkers, their bosses, supervisors, whatever, right? Employees who feel respected respond with responsible actions. Respect leads to accountability and vice versa, right? We want our people to take that initiative, accept personal responsibility for their actions, for their learning, for their job roles. If they don't feel respected and valued, probably not going to happen. Part of respect is praise, like we said, and delivering feedback so people know how they're doing at work. And it's not just, only ever giving positive feedback, although that would be amazing. Sometimes we do need to have that corrective feedback. We can get there. We can have those tough conversations when we've built that level of rapport and respect with someone and with less defensiveness. Because people, we get our guards up, right? Someone's trying to correct us or help us through something. Oh, well, da, 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 and we start blaming and shaming and all that bad stuff. When we have a baseline level of respect, we have a fighting chance of eliminating some of that, that negative feelings. Employers express respect for employees when they treat employees as if they are adults who are capable of making smart choices. And maybe if we're new to this idea of respecting first, maybe let's start with giving folks the benefit of the doubt, right? We can start there. I'm happy with that. Better than nothing, right? We know that in a respectful workplace, everyone is equal. It's just that they have different jobs and roles. I often think about a hospital, like even pre-COVID, and the roles and responsibilities of each member in the hospital. Now, we usually put in high regard, this is me saying like whatever in the background, right? We put a high regard for those who can perform surgeries and things like that because they've dedicated their time, they've gone to school, they've done all of the things. What about the people that are picking up the chunks of scalp and blood and stuff like that? I have such a huge respect for the folks in the hospital that are the ones that are sweeping the floors and cleaning up after emergency. That to me says a lot. Now, we know respect is the key. We want to recognize that like you, your coworkers, your report superiors have rights, opinions, wishes, experience, and they also have competence. We all come with our own set of exciting things, our talents, our skills, abilities, and experience. Respect can be heard in a person's tone of voice, like you guys have said, in their nonverbal communication and how they address you. Sometimes it's not what people are saying, it's what they're not saying. And we can even see it by how our coworkers or supervisors listen to us. You guys hit it out of the park with what respect is when we're talking about listening, right? And making sure we're asking the right types of questions. It's apparent in how your organization establishes new rules and policy and communicates them to the employees, how they compensate, recognize, and reward you. And now this isn't always money, although money is nice, right? It's other ways as well, how we can recognize and reward our employees for doing an awesome job. Any workplaces that I've been a part of that really celebrate the strengths of a team usually is a high respect, high trust workplace. Now, how often are you being asked for your opinion? How often do people come to you or consult with you about changes, right? Or delegate meaningful assignments to you? This is those non-monetary ways of delivering respect. So you guys said it. It was already in here, this real listening, okay? I'm changing my language of active listening to real listening. Listen to what others have to say before expressing your viewpoint. Oh gosh, do you guys know how hard that is for me? Never speak over or interrupt another person. Listen and stop formulating rebuttals and responses in your mind when you need to focus on listening to the other person. We've said that one a million times, and we really want to encourage our coworkers to express their ideas. All right. My internet is lagging, guys. Thank you for your patience today. Successful companies are consistent with respect. When I think about customer service, whether that's our internal customers, our coworkers, or our external customers, the word consistency comes to mind. We improve our ability to interact with coworkers and supervisors based on the awareness you've gained in dealing with people and your emotional intelligence, which is a plug for coming up in the new year. We're going to do an EI session and explore those 5 characteristics of emotional intelligence. You will not want to miss that. Also, increasing our empathy, right? And better understand those who we work with. Offer that praise. Recognize our people. And if you're a worker bee and you're finding that you haven't been recognized or praised, here's the thing. Doing it with your coworkers. Start praising them. Start telling them and thank you and wow, you did such a great job. Let's start that ripple again from ourselves. Respect is a requisite for a healthy, professional workplace where employees feel valued performing work that is meaningful to their organization. A healthy work environment, and I love the term healthy. I don't know about you guys, but I see like happiness with the word healthy, can increase our employee retention, boost an organization's reputation as a great place to work. We are going to start attracting the right fit. So before we leave today, consider this in your workplace. What does respect look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? And what does it act like? One word that comes to mind, if I was to sum all of these up, is inclusive. Respect is inclusive. It feels good. It feels great. It feels like I want to try harder. It sounds like civility and manners to start as well. The last word goes to Maureen Wild, who said, when employees respect each other and get along in the workplace, it's amazing how much productivity increases, morale increases, and employees are more courteous to customers. My final word is that I really hope that we don't wait around and expect this to start happening if it's not already happening. Let's demonstrate what respect is for us. What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it act like? And we will be able to feel it. I believe that wholeheartedly. Thank you for joining us in our tidbit today. Please hop into our weminterlake.ca to sign up for this extended version from our friends in the Parkland region. They will be sharing this virtually on November 24th, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it.